Welcome back, y'all. I'm back with another incredible clear UFO footage compilation for you guys today. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I'm putting together this compilation of awesome UFO videos that I'm sure you have yet to see. And if you did, it's been a long time, so you should probably get a refresher course. Today we're starting with one of my favorite videos posted on the channel, and that is UFOs that are beyond belief. We're back with some more unbelievable UFO sightings, starting with this doozy right here. I'm not quite sure I can explain this one. It's not Starlink for sure, not a plane or anything. I don't know what would leave a trail like that. Look, and then the base kind of disappears. Very interesting. I don't know. This one here, this next one, I do love. It reminds me of the one we saw in the previous video in Argentina, of that like light falling from the sky. I guess, well, hovering down, almost looking, as you guys said, like heated metal, like welded metal. It looks really cool just sitting up there in the sky. These, I can't explain it. There's quite a few of these in the video. And I'm seeing more of them since I've seen that Argentina video, which I find very interesting. Se está yendo. Se está yendo. And you notice how when it disappeared, it kind of like phased away? So strange. Now, while this next one looks super cool, and I would like to believe, the way that they're moving, the way that they're fading, the way this one's zipping around, I do believe that this one is ball lightning. You can kind of see that they have a storm coming in on the clouds, so I chalk it up to that.
Wind canton.
Where this one, again, we're getting that same type of Argentina UFO, like glowing hot metal. This time it's just sitting in the sky. I love it because we actually have multiple angles of this one. There's another shot coming up from a little bit further on the highway, and it still looks just as clear. What are these? These are definitely UFOs, UAP to me. That hot, like, metal look. Maybe coming into the atmosphere. I don't know. What do you guys think? And here's that other angle. Look, the sucker's just sitting up there in the sky.
But you can clearly see there's just some lights, or light, floating in the air, and it was in a single place the whole time. It didn't move, it didn't fly around, it just hovered there, or flicker or anything. Just very strange.
And I love the dude talking. He seems calm, collected, and like he has a good head on his shoulders.
Helicopters.
Just hovering like that, though?
Check out the next door apple. I bet she's already on there.
What are those four lights?
This one I'm a little skeptical of just because it looks like a big city. There could be a airport nearby. But I love the commentary. The people seem genuinely confused and concerned, which to me adds credibility. And the fact that we have multiple angles of the same event.
Above circa. I said above circa.
He said above the circa. Replay it.
Alright, I'll replay it right now. Where are the lights going? Look,
It really looks like they just switched off too. That was actually kind of creepy.
that was fucking weird. Right?
Super.
My exact reaction. Oh, of course, I love this next one. You guys already know I am a sucker for a diamond and or pyramid shaped UFO. This is like a diamond in the sky. It looks like two pyramids joined at the base, or again, a Vimana. It's just so stunning.
Here we go.
Now this one here is a great catch. He started recording the moment that he saw it appear in the sky. He was ready.
Just directly straight overhead, visible to the eye. I just walked out the door, hadn't been here 30 seconds, wasn't it?
I really love this video because the craft isn't zipping by, so we get a long, steady shot of this thing in frame. He claims that this is the second one that he's seen. He went in to get his camera after seeing the first one, and right when he came out, he saw this one appear and started recording. He says that they flash when they appear in the sky, and they appear to be pulsating.
With this monoculars, I have to hold it, kind of point it. It's barely moving. I gotta get my tripod.
I also love the fact that he's like, okay, I'm onto something, and he knows. He's like, I have to get the tripod because he wants to stabilize this shot. But if you notice, he's not going to get the tripod because he does not want to stop recording this object. He wants to make sure he captures all of it. And that makes this video more credible to me because that is so something I see myself doing. Like, I will be like, all right, I will get a tripod after this, but I will not miss this opportunity to capture this whole shot right here. And he actually gets it till it disappears. Check this out.
So I'm gonna stop it so I don't have to make this video so long. You can see it going invisible.
I wish I had a little bit more context for this 2012 video, but I love that they set up a stable camera and seem to have recorded overnight and caught these two objects flying by. I need to get a setup like this. Now, I love this one because it reminds me of the one that we saw in the other video in Mexico recently, in that it looks like it's just a few lights, but then when it turns, you see that there are more lights. But with this one, it's like we see three here, now a straight line, and then wait until it turns. It's almost like it is multi-dimensional. Check this out. This little sucker is zooming.
Look at it go. Dude, I'm telling you, this thing was going... There it goes. Stopping.
I find this video incredible just because of his reaction. He's so blown away. But then the fact that it actually stopped. And look how it zips downward. After it's like, alright, I'm out of here.
And it's going down.
For real, there's like a huge ass hole in the sky, like above us.
Now I really want to believe this one because, I mean, he seems blown away. And he really wants to show what it is. But this screen, and I get it, it's for safety and for bugs. But because of it, we don't actually get a look at what it is. Even when he's inside trying to look through the windows. He tries, though.
It's fucking huge and it's getting bigger.
This submission piqued my interest because I've never seen anything like it. Look at the top of this object. It has like more defined edges. It's more solid than that bottom part. That bottom part's a little hazy. At least for now. This thing starts to like shrink or disappear, and as it does, it becomes a bit more defined. It's so strange. It's very fascinating. Check it out. And let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Look, it totally looks like it's disappearing, Tristan.
I know, it's like disappearing. What the heck? What do you think that could have been?
Whoa. Where's it going?
Now I'm truly torn on this one. My doubts come from the quality of the video. Obviously, it's not the best quality, so it makes it harder to discern whether it's real or not. But the part that does get me is that people are actually looking up, standing around, recording it. You'll see a couple come in. They are even looking up as they walk into the scene, and they're recording it and start recording it. Look, they're like, what the hell's going on? So obviously they're seeing something. My thing is, if I were seeing that, I would not be calm. And I wish that they had provided audio for this video as well. Because I feel like I would be freaking out, like yelling at everyone else, like, y'all see this shit? Look, even these guys in the motorcycle are looking. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. See, that's wild. I love the strange shapes of the UFOs. The more geometric and strange shaped ones make me feel like those are interdimensional beings. I know I say that a lot. A lot of you guys are like, no, listen, it's very possible. It is a theory that is out there, and I like that theory. Y'all, this next part of the compilation is incredible clear UFO footage from 2023. These are some of the best of the UFO sightings that were captured just last year. And some of these were right at the height of David Grush and the UFO disclosure movement blowing up. Check it out. Guys, we are back with some insane UFO footage of this year. I'm starting with this one because it is one of my favorites, as usual, mainly because of the commentary. Because if I saw something like this with my friends, I'd probably be reacting the same way. Take a listen and check this out. Let me know what you think.
I'm trying to record it.
Aliens! Aliens!
Oh, they cut the lights off.
Aliens!
Oh, they cut the lights
Y'all
off.
need to be shooting that! Y'all need to be shooting this shit right here!
That part I do disagree with, though. Let's not shoot down the advanced biological beings.
Bait it! Those are not for. Look at that shit! They are sitting! Y'all need to be calling damn news! They come down to the. Oh, they come to Earth! They're coming to Earth! Oh, they're coming faster! Oh, shit!
This could honestly
Look,
be
they
another
flying
case
towards
of
each other.
skydivers with
They flying.
flares.
Oh my God!
I wish he
Look,
wasn't
they
shaking
moving
so
in
much
for
so I could get a
formation.
better look at the video, see if there's any actual
They
movement
just
and
standing
direction.
there. Officers, do something about that. What the fuck? Y'all not gonna do nothing.
Now this video is very interesting. Look at the three saucers. This was allegedly shot over Nevada, which to me is extra interesting because we just had the Las Vegas incident not that long ago, and now we're really not hearing much from it. It's almost like it went quiet. Now check this out. Look, it's like the government's checking up on to see what the hell these are. Very interesting. I'm definitely going to look up more information, see what I can find, and keep you guys updated on this one because it's a very clear shot. I've been so excited to share this next one because the person actually captured it using their Celestron telescope. Like, they've seen these things in the sky, they've been tired of it, they set up their Celestron and captured a close-up of one of those UFOs. Look at its weird shape. It does seem to have something in the center, and then the clearness around it. I don't know what it is. This is incredible. I just find it so fascinating that someone actually took our advanced technology that we finally have to record a UFO, not just a 12 megapixel iPhone at night. This is great. So this one, I will admit, is actually from 2017, not 2023. But I wanted to add it because it's the same guy using the Celestron telescope to capture what he's seeing in the sky. And in this one, we can see more definition, more detail of this cube-like, almost pyramid-like structure. This is just so strange. What do you guys think these are? These could definitely be interdimensional ships or beings. This next one's very interesting. The guy seems to capture what he believes is a wormhole in the sky. And at first, I was actually kind of ready to dismiss this one and say maybe it was like a flare or a drone. I mean, it could be a lot of things. It's just a dot that we're seeing in the sky. It does look like it's oscillating. But what I feel made this credible is that a few hours later, I found a similar video from somewhere completely different. Look at this. This here looks like it could also be some type of wormhole, or like it's the similar object to the video before. And I feel that those two videos coming out back to back from different people in different places kind of adds credibility to it. I think they are looking at the same event. What do you guys think? Now, don't get me wrong. I am skeptical. This one here does look like a rocket launch, possibly about to break the sonic boom, but or the sound barrier, I should say. But the first part of the video still freaks me out, and this part is still a little bit unexplained. Now, this next one is, it's possible it could be one of those SpaceX launches, but I feel that it does do something very strange. Even the people comment, I love the commentary on this one. They're like, they don't know what the hell's going on or what exactly it does. What I like about this one is, again, I will do more research to see if SpaceX launched anything around this time. But there are, again, several videos of this exact same sighting from different people in very different locations. So look. Here it goes. All right, listen to this and check it out. And then we'll jump to another of the same UFO. Look at that.
Look at that cloud. That better not be fucking...
Go get the gun.
Oh my. I wonder what the crap. It shot a cloud out, didn't it? It did. It did. And the cloud's right there fucking.
Now, this is that same craft captured by a mother and daughter a few cities over. To me, them scrambling to capture it as it goes behind the trees is such a genuine reaction. That is so me. Like, if I saw something like this and it flew away from my eyesight, I would chase it to try to keep capturing it. Again, same supposed craft, different location, and listen to the people's reaction.
But it looks invisible.
I see it. Look,
Yes, but there's another light.
What is
Oh yeah, what is?
trying to do?
Now, this one I'm skeptical of, partially because they added that, ooh, scary music in the background. And anytime I hear that, I'm like, oh, they're just trying to catch us, you know? But it was apparently seen in Puebla, Mexico. And when the lightning flashes, you'll see this very thin, almost UFO or disc-shaped cloud in the center of this whole storm. I see it. It's definitely there. It definitely is eerie. I will say, skepticism here. It could just be a thin cloud. I've also seen those. But check it out, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I grabbed this still to show, like, again, it is awkward in shape. And it is sitting perfectly still. It looks almost like a disc. I wish they didn't add the creepy music and maybe shared the commentary of the actual video. I mean, because really, it could just be a cloud. But, I mean, look at the tip does look like it has maybe a light on it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. I've also seen a couple of angles of, yet of course when making this video and doing research, I couldn't find any of the other ones, almost like they were scrubbed. But it is strange, it is authentic, I saw multiple angles, and even this couple is very, very confused. Let me know what you guys think.
Did you see that shit? It lit the whole goddamn sky up.
I did. Did you take the video? That was fucking crazy.
I'm telling you, 2023 was crazy, but as we've seen this year, it's just the beginning. This is only getting wilder and wilder. God, I love these sightings. But remember that it's not just clear UFO sightings that we've seen these past few years. There have also been alleged alien attacks. These are a little scarier than just regular sightings. So let's take a look back at exactly what was going on. This next part of the compilation was the Peru Cara UFO scandal, where UFOs were in the sky, or possibly people in jetpacks or alien in jetpacks, and they were actually attacking humans. Take a look. Aliens are attacking Peru, and it's been caught on tape and all over the news. This is Telemundo's coverage of the events as they unfolded, with translations in English on the screen.
Los habitantes le disparan a los supuestos seres, como ven, medio de la noche. Los vecinos dicen que están aterrorizados. Ellos describieron a los entes como gigantes que miden casi 7 pies de altura y que visten trajes que parecen de astronautas. Vamos a escuchar.
This gentleman here is describing the extraterrestrials as about 7 feet tall and dressed almost like astronauts, with their clothes covering their body and protecting them, presumably from our atmosphere.
Los miembros de la comunidad están haciendo vigilias por las noches para protegerse y tratar de capturar a los supuestos seres extraterrestres que dicen habrían atacado a una joven.
This isn't the first time Peruvians have dealt with this problem, actually capturing the entities on camera in 2018. Check this out. This was recorded by one of the villagers in 2018. Not only does their reaction make me feel like this is genuine, but The way that this creature is moving through the trees, and the trees actually hiding it, like it's behind the objects, it's not hyperimposed or superimposed on it. Like, I think this is very authentic. Look how lanky this thing is. Its neck is so thin and long. This is wild. There's also more recent footage that was actually just analyzed. Let's take a look at that, and I'll tell you guys what I think. This is the original footage from the village that started everything trending recently. And we have Drew on Twitter to thank for slowing this down and analyzing it. I'll have that linked in the description. Here we have that zoomed in and sharpened video. The problem with the video is that it was taken, on an inferior camera at nighttime. So its ISO and exposure are horrible to try and capture something like this. We can glean a little bit of information from this analysis though, even though the quality isn't quite up to par with what we want. You can see what appears to be a creature or an entity peeking out behind a bush or some shrubbery. I will try to grab a still and showcase this to you guys. Just a warning, again, it is blurry because the video itself isn't great quality. So me trying to grab a screenshot to point out what is being seen, again, it's not going to be the best quality, but let's check it out. So this is what we get with the enhancement. It's blurry, so a lot of people are making more of it than I think it actually is. I think the bulk of this image is actually shrubbery, where you're gonna see the head pop out behind, like right here. I definitely think that this is something peeking from behind the bushes of the shrubbery that are behind those phone wires up there. You can actually even see the eyes. Check this out, this is what I think. That's how I've highlighted it. I see a big head and those big old almond-shaped eyes kind of partially obscured behind something. What do you guys think? This is what that original image of the enhanced video looks like. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing there? I'm gonna replay the original video with some zoom and no edits for you guys to see if you guys see it as well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now these aren't the only entities invading Peru, with reports of even light beings being caught on camera.
As of right now, more and more information is being released about the mysterious entities that were sighted in Peru. Oddly enough, since the topic has been trending, locals have been posting photographs of the alleged creatures, with some describing them as giving off bright lights, while others have said that they have big heads with large eyes.
What I love most about this picture is that not only is it a great shot, but it actually showcases a lot of the alleged characteristics of these entities. We're seeing a bright light, we're seeing a big head, and we can assume big eyes on a big head.
To investigate.
Now, what makes this entire story more credible is the fact that, yet again, the media is on a disinformation campaign, with outlets claiming that the 7-foot-tall aliens are actually a gold mining gang on jetpacks. With the outlets using this image of a young lady holding up a photo of a person on a jetpack saying that this is what attacked them. However, a quick reverse search of this image shows you that is actually a flipped screenshot from this particular video. What's more is that they actually left the metadata included on the image that they use in the article, and photos that we take on our phone do not usually include metadata like this. This is a post. The strange part about this movement in misinformation is that they're also using evidence, that it's not aliens, with pictures of creatures that are not 7 to 10 feet tall, like the people are describing, and pictures that absolutely contradict the video evidence we already have, with censorship going as far as completely shutting down 4chan and blocking this image according to ed_gill_84. Check it out.
Posted something a couple of days ago about an alien picture that shut down 4chan, and that it was gone, and the only picture was one that was somehow encryptedly blurred.
Personally, I do not use 4chan, but I saw all over Twitter and Reddit. This is accurate. 4chan was shut down for a while for some image that needed to be cleaned up, and it turns out this really was the image.
Legit or not, for me, just the efforts of what happened after it was posted is enough for me.
That I agree with. Like, what entire platform is going to shut down for one picture?
All of these things, I'm not going to rule it out and sit there and say, oh my God, I'm not going to do that. Now, if you want to argue on whether or not it's a reptilian, hey, well, you know what? We can go back and forth on that, because honestly, I'm not really convinced it's a reptilian, but I've never seen a reptilian, so I don't really know what the hell a reptilian looks like.
I agree that it does not look like what we would consider to be a reptilian. However, to me, it looks less extraterrestrial and more like in or somewhere hidden on the planet, because its neck looks almost like a tree trunk.
Yeah, and that this is the picture that caused 4chan to actually get shut down.
Some media outlets are going as far as using this promotional campaign for the predictive programming movie Jules and claiming that it's one of the aliens that they're seeing in Peru. Again, it's not. This is just a campaign for a movie.
Don't tell us.
See, I don't know about you, but that's so creepy to me. I'm not normally scared of aliens. I do find the Greys a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. But an advanced species coming down and attacking us, that is scary as hell to me. And it's not just scary alien encounters. Some of the UFO encounters are scary as hell. Like that flight that disappeared and was allegedly taken by those 3 orbs. Yeah, we're going to check that out next, because the next part of the compilation is the scariest clear UFO footage that we've captured in quite some time. Take a look. We're back with the scariest UFO sightings. Like, what? This video scared the crap out of me. Now, the one thing that gets me a little off is I feel like we would have seen more people talk about this. At first, though, I thought it was maybe a transformer exploding. But what I did is I slowed down the video to see if we could find anything. I see the lights in the sky. They're kind of like moving towards the camera. They're going on and off. But the weird part is this red light that appears in the sky before the explosion. This is what had me rule out a transformer exploding. But something definitely did happen here. I don't know. I'm so weirded out by it. Check out the slow version. If you check out the sky here, you'll see this red light before the explosion happens. As if that ship was shooting something down. Now, for what you guys saw, like those lenses, that was just the inside of the camera because the flash was so bright that it reflected on itself. But what I'm talking about is that weird red light that appeared in the sky before the explosion even happened. This right here. Like, what the hell is going on here? What is that? This next one is more eerie than scary, just because of how bizarre it looks. But what I feel lends it credence is that there are multiple angles of this video. Look at that. Look at that. It opened a vortex or something. I don't know. That looks so cool, but so wild.
Friday night. So when we take a look at this, it's kind of a look back at the Norway Spiral.
Here is another angle. And as we can see, the craft comes in at a curve that isn't normal for normal human craft. But I mean, no normal man-made craft is doing this light energy thing that's happening here. This is just wow. Did they just hit warp speed?
Light ship is just pulling out, doing a curve, and then just shooting off, and shooting out these quantum kind of energetic sparks.
This next one is one of the scariest UFO videos I've ever seen. And I have a little history with this one. It's actually becoming very popular right now. I've seen it trending all over Twitter and Reddit. I saw it on Facebook, everywhere. I've seen it everywhere. But it's actually a very old video. This, look, here's one orb. Sorry, I will go into it. One of the orbs just showed up. Here's the other. Bam, here's the third. This video I saw around 2012, 2014. I think it was 2014, right around the time that the Malaysian flight 370 disappeared. And many are speculating this is that flight. This video did come out around that time, as did a few other things that were very strange. But I can't guarantee that this is that flight. But I can tell you that this video is genuine. I remember when it first came out, people trying to debunk it. This is the satellite view. They have a infrared as well, which is going to come up next. People haven't actually been able to debunk it. You're seeing the reflection of the light on the clouds. The clouds are moving. Like, there's two different angles of it. The machines that recorded it are registered authentic machines. Like, this is one of the most compelling yet horrifying captures, because the airplane just vanishes. Notice how before vanishing, it seems like the orbs are cooling the air around the airplane, because it's coming out all dark on that infrared, like just super cold. So I wonder if the orbs themselves are cold or have no temperature, or if they are, again, cooling the air around the plane, which is what either helps or causes the portal effect or warping effect or whatever that is, the scary part of the video. Now we can get a closer look of the orbs here. The thing is that with this video, we don't get too much detail. It is an older video shot on older cameras, and the detail already wasn't really there in the infrared or the satellite image, so as you zoom in, you only lose some. It's still some interesting finds. You see almost like a force field around the orb, if that makes sense. I don't know. The whole thing is just so eerie. It's a disappearance for me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so blown away. Some people theorize that the plane was evaporated, while others think that it was teleported. I'm hoping it's a teleportation. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you thinking evaporated, or are you thinking teleported? While I can't confirm its connection to Malaysian Flight 370, I will leave a link in the description if you want to go down that rabbit hole with great theories with amazing evidence. Definitely check it out. This next batch is a little bit harder to verify, but it apparently shut down the Hangzhou Airport in China. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. And the compelling thing about this sighting is that, again, we're getting multiple angles, multiple people around the country, different shots, different cameras, different resolutions, because people were seeing it all over, and they were freaking out. I mean, look at this, and it does have a light beaming down, and later in the video, you'll see one that seems to be kind of firing something off, which is scary in and of itself.
Hour in which airspace was closed, 6 flights were grounded and 12 inbound flights had to be diverted to nearby airports at Ningbo, Wuxi and Shanghai. In total, almost 1,000 passengers were inconvenienced by the closure.
Now this is the video where you see the beams are actually being shot down. Along with the two orbs on either side, that whole thing is just very strange. And did you see how the little light jumped quickly from the big orb and it's just zipping around? This is an incredible, it's awesome, but it's scary. It's an incredible sighting. I couldn't get too much information on this one. I was hoping to see if I could find a better quality so we can analyze the video better. It does look pretty cool though, and its takeoff is incredible. Check it out.
Chinese media. For now, the UFO continues to be a mystery. A spokesman from China's Civil Aviation Administration confirmed to ABC News that the matter is under investigation.
This one to me is more ominous than scary, but it's like, what is this thing doing? And this makes it weirder, the way that it sort of shrinks or almost like folds itself out of existence. Like, where the hell did it go? It didn't zip away or speed away. If you pay attention, it like folds itself or zooms out into nothingness. Like, what the hell was that? What just happened? I don't know. That one blows my mind. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And make sure that you smash that like and subscribe. Like, did you see the way that got zapped? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Some people say it was debunked. Some people have debunked the debunk. Some have debunked that. So it's all up in the air. And it kind of freaks me out. But the debunking and the debunking of the debunking gets very, very confusing. So let's take a step back and check out some of the most credible, clear UFO footage that you've seen to date. We're back with some of the most credible and incredible UFO sightings throughout the years. We're starting today's list with the UFO in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico that was caught in 2013. This video is actually from the Department of Homeland Security. Not only is it captured by one of our Department of Defense, but it also highlights a lot of the strange characteristics of UFOs, UAPs. Like for this one, we're seeing almost like a white energy field. I mean, we can't really tell in the infrared, but it kind of hovers around the ship and stays in very, very close proximity, if you notice. Here we can also see how it freely submerges itself in the water. And I mean, there's like no resistance at all. Like its speed isn't slowed down at all. We're tracking it at the same speed as we were when it was in the air. Now this is where things get really strange, as the UFO splits into two different objects. It splits into two different objects before resubmerging into the water. What the hell is this? This follow-up is also a split into UFO. This was caught by Jeff Woolwine in 2004, and he claims to have many other videos and recordings that have been unreleased because of how he recorded at that time. He didn't have a computer, and he didn't have a phone. We didn't have smartphones back then, so he recorded it analog and had a tape that had to get turned into DVD. It was a whole process. But he's finally putting these out there, and these are actually the Phoenix Lights in Phoenix, Arizona, but the 2004 incident. He has a few videos of these, but I chose this one specifically because, as you can see here, the object starts to split in two, kind of what we saw in the Aguadilla video. The difference here is that this is not an infrared video, it is just a regular video, so we're seeing it how it would be seen with the naked eye. Here, as Jeff zooms in, we can see that the UFO is becoming two distinct and different light objects before they start to fade away or disappear, or whatever it is that they do. This is a great wild video of either lightning striking a UFO or extremely rare wild ball lightning. Either way, it's mesmerizing. This beautiful shimmer of light, or possible tear in space-time, was caught in California. At first I was a bit skeptical as it looks almost reflective, but the person actually zooms out and we can see, look, there it is in the sky. They actually are far away. They saw this light in the sky and zoomed in to check on it. So it isn't just a lens reflection, which I genuinely thought at first. I don't know what it is, but it looks super cool, and honestly, it looks beautiful. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments below.
What's that shit?
This next series of videos really blows my mind. I know a lot of you guys have heard of it. I know some of you may have seen it, but this is the famous pyramid hovering over the Pentagon UFO. What's wild about this, and why I chose to add it to this list, and why I think it's very credible, is that it wasn't just this viewer seeing this. We're getting this UFO from multiple angles. Isn't that something? And that's just some of the credible UFOs. There have just been so many anomalies these past few years that, as you guys have seen, even the government can't hide it anymore. They're like, yeah, we're starting to investigate this. We know some people are lying. We got to find out what's going on. Because it's not just credible UFOs. It's not just military people coming out talking about these UFOs, but there have been some wild UFOs captured by people. And that's what's next. Next part of the compilation is jaw-dropping clear UFO footage. Check it out. We're back with some more jaw-dropping UFO sightings, starting with some recent events. This pillar of light appeared Sunday, August 27th in Michigan, leaving spectators all over confused as to what exactly it is and where it came from.
What the hell is that? Light up the whole sky that way. Never seen nothing like it, man.
Some claim it's a beam or weapon of sorts, while others think it's a tear in space-time. Let me know what you think in the comments. This awesome sighting happened just a few days ago in Japan. Look at how bright this thing is. And as it rises, it seems to get a little dimmer, and then it gets really, really bright before kind of disappearing or dissipating. I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. Look, look, look. Watch. Whoop. Just kind of gone. Oh, look, a little light. It almost looked like a spotlight came out of it. Look, check this part again zoomed in. See, it's like a light protruding forward, then it moves around before it vanishes. That's weird. This one was seen zipping across Texas on August 25th, 2023. Again, this is one that I find very interesting, not just because it's like, ooh, UFO, but the way this one vanishes is also very interesting. It sort of releases a burst of energy and then dissipates. Check this out.
You can still see it really clearly on the...
Where did it go?
This next one is again courtesy of Jeff Woolwine. He is a great UFO hunter. He's been doing this for years using top-notch equipment, trying to find out what's out there. He said this one was diamond in shape but could change. He calls it anthropomorphic, and you can kind of see how it has it could be perceived as many different colors. You can kind of see that in here. You can see many of the colors represented at once, which is interesting to say the least. Even through video, it's very weird. With something like this, I'm definitely inclined to think multi-dimensional or of a higher frequency or vibration in colors and light spectrums that we can't even perceive properly, which is why we see the things that we see.
It came back, you got that bit fucked up. What the fuck is this?
I had to add this one because y'all know I love some real reaction commentary.
Yeah, in the same spot. It ain't moving or nothing. What the fuck? I ain't gonna...
This next one was filmed near an observatory in Hawaii, and it is just mesmerizing. It's kind of scary, but extremely beautiful. The way that it spiraled out. There's another shot. Here it is where it's like zoomed out. You can even see the observatory here. And look, a energy blast of some sort, and then we see this spiral. Now what's crazy is if you pay attention to the stars in the sky, we do see some strange movement, especially towards the end of the spiral here. Let me know what you guys think.
I don't usually video things, but what is that in the sky? Seriously. I mean, that's a car coming, but...
Now, she claims this is like an upside-down triangle, which again, to me, is another pyramid. But I love this one and definitely believe it just because she, like, chased it down, which is something I would do too.
I mean... it sucks trying to get a picture of it.
This next one is the actual footage of the light being in Argentina in 2021. This to me is very interesting. Because I definitely see a light being. It looks like a person or an entity of some sort, but in human form, a humanoid, walking. But they are pure energy or pure light. And the person recording at first thought it was someone engulfed in flames, which I could see that too, but the curious part is none of the surroundings are catching fire. So it's not fire, it's light or energy of some sort. Guys, check these out and let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Eso que ves así, que está caminando.
The way that it vanishes here and returns, very interesting to me. Like, it kind of like blips in and out of existence. So I see so many possibilities to this. Like, sure, it could be extraterrestrial. It could be a higher dimensional being. It could, if you want to get, religious, it could be an angel or, like a polytheistic religion. It could be like a god of some sort. There's just so many possibilities. Like, what the heck is that? And it looks like it's walking. This is another video that is courtesy of Jeff, and it is a doozy. Not only is he, again, constantly upgrading his equipment, using the best cameras, the best lenses, telescopes, whatever the case, whatever you need, he is also capturing some of the wildest anomalies. Like, this is not just one UFO or one UAP. When he zooms in here, we're going to see, he's going to catch it right now, but this is actually two UAP, two UFOs, two unidentified objects. And the most jaw-dropping, fantastic part is that it looks like they're interacting with each other. This is something I've never seen before. I mean, I posted the video of one UFO splitting into two, but two orbs of light like this interacting with each other. One looks a little more pink in hue, the other one looks a little bit more yellow. I don't know what's going on up here, but it is incredible. Look at this, y'all. Like, I know it sounds wild, but I see this and I think like Venus energy orbs. Like, Onik was right and she wasn't lying about anything. She was telling, because I mean, what we're seeing lately, it seems like it. And this to me is just wow. And the fact that they're interacting with each other like they are sentient or alive, because they look, to me, these are beings, not necessarily ships. Look how they're moving, and one is kind of like circling the other. It is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys already know I keep geek out about these for days, especially these two right here. I think they're absolutely stunning. But I want to know your opinions. Let me know what you think. What do you think these are? Please let me know in the comments, and make sure that you smash that like and subscribe for more awesome UFO videos. Insane. I'm telling you, just some of the shapes that you see in the sky, that's bananas. That's crazy to me. So good. We got those credible, we got those jaw-dropping UFOs. All right, now these next ones, they may not be as jaw-dropping, but these are actually confirmed by the government. These next UFOs are declassified clear UFO footage, declassified and confirmed by the US of A. Check it out. Official UFO sightings have been declassified and made public by the Pentagon as they ready to launch the new section of their AARO website, which will contain videos and reports of all UFO and UAP phenomenon. This video, simply titled U.S. Western Objects, focuses on 3 dots of light in the sky, which we can see in contrast to a traditional commercial aircraft that just flew underneath them. These 3 lights were captured for quite some time, as we see them capturing and going across the whole sky. However, no information was given as to where exactly in the western US this was taken. The AARO has done an analysis of the video, and they are trying to lean towards 3 commercial aircraft that are just flying at a far distance from the sensor. However, as you saw, the sensor did zoom in, and it still just looked like a speck of light. Also, for all 3 of them to be traveling in this direction, it's very strange. Plus, they were demonstrating some strange movements earlier in the video with some back and forth sway and movements, and I don't think any traditional commercial aircraft will make a movement like that. Granted, the case is not completely resolved, and it is one of the declassified videos they just released. They are leaning towards commercial aircraft. They are, of course, looking more into this, doing more investigations and checking other radars and method of capturing data. I will have the website linked for all of these videos. That is the AARO website, and they're going to have a new section soon that highlights videos and sightings. I'm really excited for that. Little nerd moment here as this UFO goes and hides behind this cloud. I do also love this video simply because of the cloud captures. I think they're so beautiful and majestic. It's so cool how this camera seems to have captured them, how they move and how they change shape. I love it. Look at the clouds, look at them. And look, I'm telling you, different angles. They're trying to capture these things flying in any way possible. That's another reason I don't believe it's just a traditional commercial airliner. And it seems that they lost them. This next video is simply titled The Middle Eastern Object. Let's have a look. A sphere being tracked by an MQ-9 in the Middle East. Not much more information is given, and they are still investigating this one. It is an open case. Now this is a quick one. Watch it fly by. This is another one that they are investigating, and they're leaning towards commercial aircraft. However, I slowed it down for you guys. Look at that. That does not look like a commercial aircraft to me. This is apparently more footage of that object, titled the South Asian Object. This was captured on an MQ-9 front-facing infrared sensor. This sensor has a longer focal length and was able to capture more detail and more information about this craft, as you will see as we zoom in. The AARO is still looking into commercial aircraft, trying to, explain this as a traditional thing we have flying around. But as this zooms in, I can tell you it's anything but traditional. The closer we get, the more it seems like there's some sort of force field around this thing. Like I can kind of see almost like a T or cross formation around that centerpiece. So I can understand why they would think a commercial aircraft as well. But as we zoom closer, we'll see that it's kind of like more of a glow. And what is this? Like, what is that? What is that? This is not an airplane or a commercial aircraft of any kind. This is so weird. I've never seen an airplane do whatever that is. Again, this is officially released footage. This comes after the Pentagon announcement, and it's on the official website, on a government and military website. So this is the real deal here. This is what people are seeing in the sky. This is what we're seeing. This is what the government and the military are seeing, and what the sensors are picking up. Look at that thing, and look at how it's moving. That's not a commercial aircraft. What the hell? What is it? What is that? What is it doing? Is it farting? What's happening here? And off it goes. This video gives the least information, and it simply says that this is video footage captured by a Navy pilot, and it demonstrates the speed at which military aircraft may encounter UAPs. So of course I slowed it down so that we could actually see what it was that they encountered. But they didn't provide any more information outside of that. Now the craft should be coming up. I slowed it down as much as I can on this program. I'm going to try to do a little bit more if it's not clear for us. But let's take a look. It looked like a sphere to me. There it is, just a speck of light, even up close. So interesting. This next one's a doozy, very much akin to the gimbal video that was recently released. This is what an FA-18 crew encountered in the sky, an unidentified aerial phenomena. It looks interesting, like the initial view was like light or like pure energy. But then here in this flare we can see that it's almost tic-tac in shape, like the tic-tac silver ones that have been videoed before. What's most exciting about the declassification of all of these videos and the ones that are coming to the website in the future is just that I'm pumped that we're getting closer to disclosure. I feel like we're going to have a lot more information soon. And I feel like the government or the agencies that are keeping this information from us are going to have their hand tied soon, and they're going to have to tell us what's going on. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This has been a while. I can't believe the Pentagon did this. But smash like, smash subscribe. Isn't that crazy? Our own government finally admitting to the anomalies in the sky after decades and decades, literally nearly a century of hiding the information and lying to us. They are finally starting to come clean. Well, I mean, they kind of have to, right? It's not just that people are in the military bases are seeing UFOs. It's not just the government capturing them secretly on surveillance without us knowing, but it's you guys as well. The average viewer, just like me, capturing UFOs out and about. You guys are a huge part of this channel, and you're a huge part of the UFO community. So of course, the next part of the compilation is awesome UFO sightings that you yourself have submitted. That's right. Clear UFO footage from you guys, the viewers. Take a look. We're back with some UFO sightings you've submitted, incredible things we've seen around the world. This here, again, another Tic Tac UFO. Now this submission I love because they couldn't believe it, and they would not stop recording it. Every time they saw it pop up, like here it hides behind the trees, when it pops back up, they're back on camera, even going outside to catch this event. This Tic Tac UFO was sighted in July 26th of 2023. It had no wings, no exhaust, nothing. It was just bright white, moving back and forth. And the viewer claims they even saw two going in opposite directions. They didn't leave their name, but I want to thank them for submitting this video. Please feel free to submit any UFO or UAP videos, or to just chat if you want. My email is in the description of every video and the about page of this channel. Here's another shot of the Tic Tac before it disappears. I love the determination to capture the event, and I think they got a really good clear shot. This is one of the best shots I've seen. It's definitely smooth, white, no wings, nothing. It is a Tic Tac shaped UFO. This next one was submitted August 28th of 2023 by Trey. An unknown anomaly in the sky is captured by at least two different people, because we get two different angles, and there were at least three witnesses in this car seeing this UAP happen. I'm going to zoom this angle in so y'all can see it, but check out how it darts across the sky. It's literally on the other side of the sky now. That is wild. So this is that same angle zoomed in. Check it out. Bam! It's on the other side of the sky now. Like, what? Here is another angle of the same event. This next event occurred in Northern California on September 2nd. This is definitely demonstrating some anomalous activity. Look how it's just darting across the sky. And then that turn, I don't know, it's just so severe, the turn it made. This is crazy. No. There were apparently more objects and witnesses, but the event happened so fast that people couldn't get their phones out in time to record the event.
Turning around.
With the movement and skipping, it's definitely one of the stranger events I've seen.
No.
This event occurred in southern Utah on September 7th, and as the caption says, it's up to you to decide what it is. Definitely looks like a UAP to me.
Like, you've got these objects.
This next strange UFO was spotted in Grenoble, France, with many joking that it must be one of the jetpack miners from Peru. It's a very interesting shape for a UAP. It almost looks like a rocket launch, to be honest, but with no exhaust. This next event was submitted by Isaiah Valdez. It was recorded by his wife's camera he set up on his window to check his backyard. We can see an anomalous event happen in the sky and outstretch, with even as you look at this twinkling, a commercial airline heading right towards the event. Isaiah said that this video he found in his Google Photos reminded him of this one that I had posted not that long ago in a video. And looking back at it, he isn't wrong. You can see like this kind of vortex thing open here. Check out the video again. It almost looks like the same event from a different angle. It's actually pretty freaking wild. As incredible as this is, I was scoping out this light for a while too, but I think it's just a street light. This next one is fascinating. While out recording satellites and planets, they happen to catch a UFO literally fly up to the satellite. Look at this. It flies up to the satellite in space. Almost looks like it checks it out like, What's this? And then it dips off, it accelerates and vanishes. This is definitely a UFO. We don't really have anything that can just go up to a satellite, check it, and then zip off into space. That's wild. This next event was submitted by Chip Snyder. It happened on August 29th, or around August 29th of 2023. Chip was filming a saucer-shaped rain cloud when a UFO zips by. It happened in Broward County, Florida, just over the Everglades, and it appears just at the 9-second mark. When first inspecting this video, I thought it was a bug just flying across the camera, but Chip captured a few stills and claims that it was cylindrical in shape, which makes it weird. And as you can see from the pictures, it does look cylindrical. It almost looks like a flying cigar. And I took a while studying this event because, as you can tell, it's actually a little bit harder to catch. So I'm going to add the stilled and zoomed in photos. Definitely elongated, strange, cigar-shaped UAP. We also have the officially released UFO and UAP footage from the infamous and controversial Mexican congressional hearing on UAPs. While the jury on the bodies are still out, these UFOs and UAPs are in fact verified, including the strange glowing orb, this one that I had showcased before, that just looks like plasma energy, or even honestly, it almost looks like the sun, just kind of floating around in darkness in our sky as opposed to illuminating it beautifully. They also released one more officially, which I had covered before in the channel, and it is the Mexican officials looking at these UFOs split into about 11 different objects. This one is absolutely wild. If you would like to submit your own sightings or your own experience, please feel free, as I attach my contact email in every video in the description, as well as the about of this page. I am also on Telegram at ChaosMoogle, and I am working on organizing my Discord as well to make it easier for us to share. Speaking of the Mexican congressional hearing, I am working on a follow-up to that video because I know that a lot of people have been seeing that the alien bodies have been debunked, and then the debunk was debunked, and then the debunk of the debunk was debunked, and now more information is coming out, and it's just a hot mess. So I've been holding off till we get a few more official researchers checking out the bodies so we can get more solid results. I know that Reuters had some people sent out there, and I know there's a group of scientists actually researching the bodies right now, so hopefully we get more fully verified actual information very soon. In the meantime, we'll still be getting some awesome UFO sighting videos and some great video gameplay, which video games are coming back to the channel, starting with a game that I think may be predictive programming for an alien invasion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Smash like and subscribe. Oh, see, look at y'all shining on the channel. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, let's get this good energy. Let's keep it rolling. Here's another set of clear UFO footage submitted by you guys. Y'all are incredible. Y'all, we're back with another viewer-submitted UFO, this coming from Adelaide, Australia, on September 22nd, 2023. This video was submitted by Trey Tamda, thank you very much. So let's lighten this video up so we can see what we're working with here. So, from the beginning of the video, I took this, I brought up the exposure and tried to bring out the shadows a little bit so that we can see what's going on in the sky. Because at first, I thought it was just a star. And then just a couple other stars. But if you notice, the other two lights that pop up that are a little bit further, they are blinking inconsistent with the way that a star does, as there are actually frames in the video where they go completely dark, which a star doesn't do. And increase the exposure and deepen the shadows, which actually helps illuminate any dim light in a dark background, and they were completely gone from the screen. Every now and then you'll even see a fourth light appear on the top left corner, which I find very interesting. It blinks inconsistent with any of our blinking lights or technology we use to navigate, and inconsistent with the other lights that we're seeing on screen. It'll just randomly flicker a few times on the top left corner. This is a very interesting one. And what I love most about what Trey did here is that they didn't see this sighting, record it, and freak out and then like go inside and, send it in. They recorded this phenomenon for 15 minutes. They tried to get it as long as they possibly could as they saw it in the sky. Look, here we're seeing the two backlights blinking so ferociously that they disappear from sight, like they turn off completely. Again, a star doesn't do this. Now, I don't have a star map of that area. If you guys have Sky Guide or Star Guide and live in the air, look, another light appearing on the bottom left. It's just starting to appear. That's so interesting. That's crazy. I would love to see a map of this area, but they seem to be even moving slightly, ever so slightly. I feel like the second one looks a little closer to that first one. I don't feel that this is a star system. Again, I don't see stars just turning off. That doesn't happen. But also their shape, it looks like it's meant to be almost like a triangle. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It looks like there's something physically there connecting all the lights, which I find very, very strange. Oh, they're moving around a little bit right now. Now, again, I love this video because it is 15 minutes. Here we go. We're back in. It is a full 15 minutes of this phenomenon. So let's check this out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I don't know. I think it's so cool. And what I like is that Trey actually moves around to kind of give you a perspective of where they are in the area and how they're seeing this in the night sky. I love this. I think it's one of the greater captures because they captured the phenomenon for so long. And it is nighttime, so, it is blurry. Mind you, I did increase the exposure here so that we can actually see more of what's going on in the sky. Because in the original video, you could barely see the other lights that pop up. But yeah, I think that it's pretty clear, all things considered. And again, we can kind of see on the bottom left, just over the tree line, there is almost like a light that's trying to appear, if you will. I don't know. That blows my mind. Now, I also did a little deep dive while I was checking this video out. Again, I can't guarantee that it's not a star system with the exception of that strange blinking that goes on, because I wasn't in the area and I don't have a sky map. But, this Trey lives there and they look at the sky every night. So I'm sure if it was this normal star system that we constantly see, they would look and be like, oh, no, yeah, I see that every night. But they were like, this phenomenon is very strange to me, strange enough that I'm going to pull out my equipment and start recording. So for me, that gives it a bit of credence. My skeptical side is like, well, it could be that star system, but I do feel that they would know their own night sky. I also think it's strange not only how the two other lights dim out, but if you notice the second light that's just under the main one does have some intense flashes sometimes. And I don't mean like, oh, the sparkle between colors like some stars do. I mean, like it brightens up almost as bright and luminous as the main star or main light that we were looking at, which honestly, that one could be a star because it's almost so normal. And the other ones couldn't. Look, they kind of disappeared as he zooms in. You can see the brightness of the main one, but I feel like the other two, I don't know what they're doing right now. See, it could have been that when they were out of focus, but as you see when they zoom in, even now, it doesn't do that same thing. I don't know, this whole phenomenon is so strange to me. I love it though. I love that they didn't let it go. Like, because it's something I would do. I would record the whole time. I grabbed a still from this area to highlight some points in the video that I saw. Some lights that keep popping up. See if you guys see the same thing, or let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's like when we're back in here, like if you look in those areas, you can kind of see the lights trying to light up. I did this even when it was darker, to see if it was maybe just noise from the camera because of how I edited it, or if it was actually in the video. And it seems that those little specks of light are actually in the video. If you look, the third one now seems almost impossible to see. So yeah, I find this one genuinely interesting. And what I find more interesting about the video is that it seems that there may actually be more in the sky than is being let on by just looking through the camera. Like, I had to bring up this exposure, play with the shadows, and really try and get all of the light that was in the sky to come through on the video to see what we were actually dealing with here. I find it to be super interesting. Now, of course, I'm going to add a little bit of skepticism like I did earlier with the stars. But, you have to with these things because we want to get to the bottom of it, but we want to be realistic. It could, again, the stars completely going black is weird, but it could be a star system. Maybe it's not present every single time in where they are, so they're surprised by it. But it is very, very stationary. Like, I saw what I felt was a little bit of movement. It could have been parallax too, or an illusion with the background. But it seems that they are very still in their formation, and if they move together. It could be a giant craft, cloaked, but it could be a star system. And even with the way that I edited, we couldn't see that dim light when I brought up the exposure and deepened the shadow so that we can kind of see everything in the sky. Though, again, I doubt it, because that's just really weird for it to, completely shut off. That'd be like the star died. And that wouldn't be good, and I feel like it'd be news everywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's really cool. And again, I appreciate Trey, 1, for submitting this. Thank you so much, but 2, for taking the effort and the time to actually stick with it and record the event for more than 10 seconds, because that's what we need. We need more full length video so that we can actually analyze and have a good conversation on what's happening. Now, if you want to submit a video and have it shown on the channel, make sure that you send the video directly to, bottom left. We're kind of starting to see that other light appear. You can submit them to the email that I have in the description of this video and on the About page. I also have a what is it, Telegram? Oh God, I don't know how to use all of these things per se, but I get the gist. So I have a Telegram and a Discord, and both of the names for those are ChaosMoogle, as is the name of this channel, and my gamer tag. If you're into gaming and want to play some video games, my gamer tag is ChaosMoogle. So please, submit any videos. Let me know what you guys think, or even ideas of what these things could be. I've gotten some really great emails with some wild theories. One I haven't even finished. It was so long. Like, this person's dedicated so much time to it, and I really appreciate it, because so far from what I've read, it's excuse me, it's very fun and very logical. So please feel free to submit. Check me out on social media. Everything's at ChaosMoogle, so that if you find something online and you just want to link me to it, it's super easy, especially because YouTube is changing the way that links are shown and added on the platform, respectfully, because there's been a lot of spam and scam happening, so they're trying to, protect viewers. So feel free to use, Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it now, or Instagram or Threads. I don't check Threads as often, but I am on there. So anywhere that you are, that you want to submit anything or send me links on stuff to view or review, feel free. Again, the contact for everything is at ChaosMoogle. And again, if you prefer email, I have the email in the description of this video and on the About page of this channel. I'm sorry, I just think it's so great that Trey was not playing. They're like, no, we're gonna stand here. And this, again, I have a few other users submitted that I'm still checking out. I'm giving more scrutiny to them than this one, because it was easy to kind of lighten up the image and see what we were actually looking at from that original. If you restart the video, you'll see how dark it was. Where, again, I got one that was submitted, and I feel like it's fake, but I feel like it's knowingly fake, which is what's annoying me. But the way that the video was submitted, it seems that the exposure was already messed with, and it was already heavily edited. So when I try to get information, I can almost make out what's going on. And it does look sketchy, but I can't get detail, which is crazy, because this video was submitted and actually recorded and is darker. And as you can see, I was easily able to lighten it up for us to see the tree line, see that it's in the sky, see what's actually going on. So there are a few that I have that I've been holding on to, because I don't want to really, like, if someone sends me something and it's not, like, if it's like SpaceX or like Starlink, that's fine. I don't care. Like, I'll post it and give my opinion. But if you fake it and then knowingly submit a fake, like, I'm not gonna do that. So I do like to check them first to make sure that they're even if they're not necessarily legit UFOs and we can debunk them, they're legit from the standpoint of the person that was experiencing the event. Because posting obvious and knowing fakes is detrimental to disclosure and everything that we are pushing for, and detrimental to the community, especially because there are younger people or people that are more, I guess, gullible, that might actually believe it, and it could turn into something that it's absolutely not. So let's do our best to send good, real UFO videos that we feel confident are an anomaly or something strange, because I will not be posting a hoax and giving that publicity. Like, even, I don't know, it just looks like someone's holding a light and they're doing an effect on it, and it kind of just irked me. But again, I don't want to jump to that conclusion completely, because I can't even get it to the point where I can see the details in this, again, like the tree lines defined, because you can see the people and the bodies, but everything is so meshed together. Okay, sorry, I'm going off. I love this. Thank you, Trey. I thank you for the 15 minutes of actually trying to capture what the heck is going on in this world. You are fantastic for staying with it and not just going inside or putting your phone away or freaking out. Again, I pointed out a few anomalies that I see in the sky and little light points. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this video. I think it's fun. I think it's a good capture. I feel like, again, I'm because it's dark. Obviously, it's nighttime. We can't get as much detail. It could be a well-hidden star system, but it could be a UFO. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for viewing. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Damn! I love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for submitting those UFO videos. They were so good. Those are some of the submissions from last year. That brings me to the next part of this incredible clear UFO footage compilation. And that is another awesome clear UFO footage capture from 2023. This was towards the end of 2023. And let me tell you, the winter was heating up this time around. Y'all, we're back with more recent UFO sightings. This first sighting took place over Lake Erie. As we can see, it is a clear tic-tac shaped UFO. And I love that the dude's freaking out because he's like, there's too many damn wires to be recording this. And that's probably how I would react with all of the electric and phone lines all over the place. But I do find it very, 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 very clear that it was a tic-tac shape and not a plane, because it was close enough to make out the shape of the object itself. Here's the object freeze-framed and zoomed in. As we can see, there's no visible wings on the object. It looks like a white tic-tac or cylindrical cigar-shaped UFO. And again, I just love his attitude and energy towards it. He was like, what the hell is that? And then the fact that the lines were in the way and he was pissed, I love it. I love this video. He lost it there. Next, we have a UFO sighting in Mexico. This one, I don't know. I feel like at first I thought it may have been CGI just because of like the auras around it. It doesn't look like there was pixel distortion when I zoomed in. However, in the video, they start talking about the lights and the gentleman mentions them turning green, and then they turn green. Like they turn green after he said it. Almost making me think that these are drones or something, and that they themselves are the ones controlling or recording them. There is something coming in the sky from the left. I'm not sure what that is, but the lights in focus, I don't know, it seems weird. I also don't think it's CGI because they kind of go behind the clouds, but if they had drones, they could synchronize and control them. I'm skeptical about this one, but it still looks pretty cool. This next one is definitely more promising. You'll see something come in from the left, almost like it came from hyperspace or something. Watch, here it comes. Wham! That is wild to me. This was taken in Helsinki, Finland, and I love this because they're definitely displaying anomalous movement in the air, like the one that just appeared, the way that they're flowing, how they're accelerating, slowing down. It almost looks like they are playing or communicating with each other. This is one of my favorite sightings just because of how we got to see the light appear, if you know what I mean. That blows my mind. I can see that the lights get artifacts as we expose them, and there's no pixelation around them. So this is legit. This next one from October 10th claims to be a UFO over Israel during the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. While this video does look cool, and at first I want to believe it, I really sat here and went through this video, and I've determined that that is not a UFO or a UAP, and it's not a dead pixel on the TV as some think. It's actually the light reflecting on the lens, which is why every time it flashes, it disappears. As you can see here, when the missile flashes, the light on the screen, or what would be the UFO or UAP, disappears because it's actually a light reflected on the camera. So when it flashes, it becomes too bright and that light disappears. This next sighting is one of my favorites because it is incredible to look at, and it would be very, very hard to fake this with the way that it goes behind the tree lines and the lights are glowing around the fog. However, people putting this video out are claiming that it's recent when I seen this video pre-pandemic years ago. So even if it is real, it is not a recent UFO sighting as is being claimed right now online. However, it is an incredible sighting. And it could even be a treb of our own, not necessarily anything extraterrestrial. Look at the red light in the middle. It definitely gives me that USA treb vibe. But regardless, I love that video. This one is also really cool. You can actually see the lights not just flicker and move in and out, but you'll see one on the all the way on the right disappear, and one all of a sudden appear from the ground, kind of zipping up all the way on the left. At first, I was a little skeptical until I saw that light, the one that I said was going to come up from the left. When I saw that popping up, I was like, wait a minute. What is going on here? So this is another one of those videos that I love. There wasn't much information given on this video. It was a random submission, but I do love it, and I do think it's definitely showcasing something strange happening near the water. The one on the left should be popping up soon. Look, here it goes. Coming from the earth. Look at it coming up. Granted, if that island had an airport, I mean, no, because that even moved really fast. I don't know. I like this one. I love that they took the time to record it. This one I also found very interesting. However, I'm not going to lie. This is in Grimes, Iowa. This could have been a rocket, like the booster, fading out. They just thought it was strange how glue lit up bright orange and then disappeared. But we've been seeing a lot of SpaceX launches and whatnot happening, so I always take that into consideration. This next one was great. They claim to have caught this in the UK on a webcam. I think that they meant door cam, because I can't see someone holding this up to holding their laptop up to the sky. But at first I thought it was a meteor, but as you watch the end of its trail, it actually turns left and makes a very strange directional turn, and almost like a skipping, if you will, across the sky, like skipping a stone across the water. That is what blew my mind. And look, here's a turn, and then it's gonna do like this kind of weird jolty skip thing. A meteor wouldn't do that. I don't know where it came from, space. I don't know what the hell that is, but that is a cool video. I love that. Again, I think it's a door cam akin to a ring cam, because I can't see someone putting their webcam up like that. This one's really cool too. I'm skeptical about it. It would be hard to fake because the light actually illuminates the clouds. And then the spark on top. I told you guys I've seen a couple UFOs myself, as have some of my friends. And I have seen sparks around UFOs like that, as have my friends. So I give it some legitimacy. I didn't notice any tearing or any pixelation distortion when I zoomed in. I like how you put the good Iron Man on one side. But this, I don't know. I want to say it's real, but I've seen fake videos that, they're kind of similar, but that would be really, really hard to fake, the way that the light illuminated the clouds and everything. This is from Peru, which I find most interesting because everything happening over there right now with the face peelers. I want to get more information on that. That's kind of freaky. This is it seems like a fleet, and they are moving intelligently. You could see more of them come in as he's recording. He got a few of them as he comes outside. He tries to get different angles. Each time he comes outside, he sees them. And at one point, he even calls his brother. And when his brother appears, they disperse, almost as if like he's the only one who's supposed to see them. I want to spend more time on this video. Of course, the technology they're using isn't the best, so it's harder to get something out of this quality. But I do feel that because of their energy, they're being authentic, and we are all well aware something is happening in Peru. We just don't know what the hell it is. So I appreciate them for even putting this out there. I don't know, guys. A lot of interesting stuff happening lately. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Smash that like and subscribe. And ring the bell if you want to get notifications. Remember, my email is in the description, so you can send me anything. I'm telling you, 2023 was a wild year for UFOs, and that's not even half of them. Make sure that you scroll through. If you go to videos, you can do oldest, you can do newest, you can do most popular. Check out last year's UFO videos on the channel. There was some pretty heavy stuff going on. Actually, last year was the year that we actually caught the clearest footage of UFOs ever. And I think that is the perfect way to put a bow on this awesome compilation. This is the clearest UFO footage compilation for your enjoyment. The UFOs you're going to see in here might just blow your mind. Check it out. Y'all, we're back with some of the clearest UFO sightings ever, starting with one in Colombia. Now, I love this video because it's filmed by a pilot in a cockpit, and I feel that they are less likely to fake it or even want to fake this, as it's more for safety regulations for them to fly. And in this video, you can see what looks like a sphere or even a cube within a sphere because it did seem to have points. This fighter jet video is from the USA, and it appears to be a Tic Tac zipping over the water. I mean, this thing is going fast, and air resistance means nothing to it. I love this video. Here we have another laser pointer video, and I like these because we get to see the subject in the sky trying to avoid the laser pointer. However, I have pointed out and seen that these could be bats. They have been before, just trying to avoid the laser so they can stay on their flight path, which I respect. I love this. Now, this is definitely, you can tell it's metallic. It's definitely Tic Tac shape. Look how it changes direction. It looks like a metal pipe. And look how fast it actually went. Vroom. That's how fast it went. That is wild. Here in Italy, we have this strange light in the sky. Now, it's making some weird motions as the camera moves, but when he zooms in, you'll see that it actually opens, almost like a portal, if you will. Look at this. And then it closes back up. That is wild. And I haven't seen like a ring portal this clear from someone's phone, meaning we do have the capability to capture it, okay? But I love it. Look at that. And you can see how when it closes, like the energy almost like snaps together like a rubber band and kind of wobbles a little bit. Insane. Here's another clear UFO video, this one coming from England. Now, a lot of these UAP UFOs, I definitely feel that they are interstellar or interdimensional travelers. However, I do feel that some of these instruments could possibly be probes. Like the one that we just saw in England, it kind of looks like this one in the USA, right? Do you see how it's like a metal tube or a metal pipe? This one too in Spain. These could be probes. Maybe they're testing the air. Maybe they have cameras in. I mean, we don't know. They're, if they are extraterrestrials or interdimensional, they're much more advanced than us, and they're way above what we're going to be thinking about. But this does not look like a transportation vehicle to me. Granted, I'm not an alien, so I don't know how I would travel, but that looks more like a pod that's doing research. This is cool. We can see a lot of UFOs and UAPs flying to and from volcanoes and mountains. I love that we got to see this one coming from the sky and then do that sharp turn. Look at it leave. That is a UAP UFO. That was anomalous. This was captured in the USA. It's apparently 2 fighter jets chasing an orb. Now, I've seen a lot of these turn out to be fake, but this looks more like a happenstance video, like didn't necessarily mean to record. In this one in the US, we can actually see a chemtrail zipping upward and a dark object, kind of looks like it has 4 sides, dropping from the sky. It could have been a drone, but I love how this dude sees the guy standing where it was. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to close my window. I'm out of here. Here we have another supposed video of fighter jets chasing an orb. I like these. Again, we've seen some fake ones, but I like them because if they are legit, then we have some really clear footage. This is one of the most famous UFO sightings. This is the UFO sighting in Turkey. where the UFO got so close and the person was able to get their camcorder, not just record the object itself, but record an opening in the object from which we can see apparently the beings that are driving this vehicle. And if you see, like we can see here in their image, it's a little blurry, but they do resemble closely the Greys and these aliens that we are used to. So I find that to be very, very fascinating, and it is yet to be debunked. Here we have one from Jeremy Corbell. He is checking. Look at all these things popping up on the radar. I'm sorry, if I were flying and all of a sudden all these little objects boop, 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 pop, I would be freaking out. This one in Norway, I'm a little more skeptical about. It is definitely interesting. We see the light in the background and then it starts moving. However, it is blinking, kind of like how our stuff blinks. And the way that it moves isn't necessarily, even though it was stationary then moved, it wasn't necessarily anomalous. This could have been a drone for a news station, just checking something out, and then just dipping away. Again, I love these plane shots, right? This one I looked into a little bit. I try to zoom in and find artifacts because a lot of the plane shots are false, right? But here you can actually see as he tries to zoom in, the light distorts because it's a real light in the sky. So as he zooms in, it's his aperture and the exposure on his phone literally cannot handle this light. So what is this super bright light? It almost looks like a star in the middle of the air as he's flying wherever the hell he's going to. I think this is a really good one. Very, it had a blur to it, but we saw the light clearly in the beginning, which I really enjoyed. And I like that he zoomed in and it gave us that feel of realism. Now, this one is on the news. It could be a Tic Tac. Simply because, look, when we zoom in here, this is a news camera. If it were a plane, we would normally be able to see wings from this distance. It would also have like a flatter underbelly to it, which it didn't. I feel like that was a Tic Tac. The news just happened to catch it. This we've all seen. This is that clear UFO UAP video that's been going around everywhere. Look at that thing. It almost looks like a slug as opposed to a flying saucer, if you will. Don't you see that? Do you guys not see a slug? Or am I crazy? I love this USA night vision one. This is another real clear one. Not necessarily the clear object, but if we see this thing moving here, watch it stop. Here is a complete shift and change in direction. It just turned to the right. Our aircrafts cannot do that. That change in direction is insane. That was definitely a UAP, and that was in space. Like they were stargazing and using their telescope to record the night sky and do a time lapse. So I think that is fantastic and fascinating. This is also wild. It reminds me of that first tube Tic Tac we saw that did the sharp turn. Blows my mind. Here is the U.S. Navy gimbal, but without all of the data and actually just the image of what you would be seeing with your eyes while you were in the air. This is also, it's stunning. You can see the clouds moving and everything. The wind resistance does nothing to this thing. Here it does the tilt that we saw in the video. Look at it. Rotating on its axis. Wild. These UFOs and UAPs are here. And y'all, this isn't even all of the clearest videos. We have more to come. So I'm really excited for this little clear video series that I'm doing. Make sure that you like and subscribe. If you love UFO videos, ring the bell. But remember, this is a variety channel, so it's not only UFO videos. So keep that in mind when you ring that bell. This is another fascinating one. I love that it's actually giving us what we see with the radar. But then look, without the infrared, there's nothing in the sky. What the hell is going on? I told y'all those were some good ones. The slug is still one of my favorites. Y'all, that was awesome. Thank you guys so much again for giving me this opportunity to share this with you guys and for allowing me to take a little bit of a break with these compilations. It helped me come up with new ideas, these little breaks, and help me create longer videos, which I think are very important to the channel. So thank y'all for supporting this. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you smash that like and subscribe because you enjoyed it, and that you check out that compilation of UFOs there and that paranormal video right there.